We're talking about Palestine first. Well, no. The U.S. decided to not merge the Israeli military. Stanley Streamer, the certified cleaner. True. The U.S. decided to not merge our military with the IDF, which is like, are we fucking serious? This was even a vote? We would merge the U.S. military with the Israeli Defense Force. An outside foreign military. Just like, no thoughts. No thoughts in their brains. This passed, every single Democrat in the House voted against this, and the Democrats were successful in blocking this in the Senate. They finally did something, dude. Like, I don't even know how you do this, dude. Thomas Massie also voted against it. Thank fuck Thomas Massie isn't psychotic. Like, completely psychotic. Here, let's do this real fast.
The most important and breaking news from Capitol Hill, whenever it comes in, as we mentioned just before we went to break, the House failed to pass an amendment by Kentucky Republican Tom Massie to cut off aid to Israel. More than 100 Democrats.
Yeah. So we there was 2 votes about Israel, cutting off aid and then merging our military. The military one got blocked, but so did the cutting off aid to Israel got blocked.
Voted for it. Only Massie, as a Republican, voted in favor of it. All the other Republicans, no. I want to turn to our political panel. Democratic strategist, former press secretary to then.
I don't want to hear you. I thought you were going to talk about the psychotic vote to merge our militaries.
It strikes $3.3 billion of foreign aid to the country of Israel from the State Department funding bill. You know, we've got 39.4.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing? This is a very good thing. This is a very good thing that, well, it's bad that it didn't get passed. It is good that this is being voted on because it is absolutely fucking psychotic that Malaysia vows to deport all Israelis found in country. What the fuck? I'll take a look at that in a second. I don't know if that's the solution. Anyways, I'll take a look at that in a second. Yeah. Like, we need to not be supporting Israel's military as much as we are.
$1 trillion of debt. We've got needs at home, which include our infrastructure, our roads and bridges. We've got a shortfall in that fund.
By the way, we're doing this now rather than before Trump got elected. Like, the fact that we're doing this now rather than Kamala Harris and Biden, like, cutting off aid when they were in office. Yeah, okay. They could have done it, by the way. Like, the reason why they're doing this now is because they see it as a political win. They see it as like, oh, we can do this because it's a political win. The American people don't like Israel. But Biden and Harris were never going to do this.
We've got our locks and dams that we're perpetually trying to figure out new funding mechanisms to come up with. And we've got homeless veterans. And we're sending more money to Israel in this bill than we spend on homeless veterans in this country.
By the way, the bill for supporting aid to Israel is attached with the SAVE Act. So, like, this is like complete bullshit.
Put it in perspective. There are 3,000 counties in this country. And if you divide that into $3 billion, that's $1 million from every county. This is not a significant amount of money that is going overseas. So I think we should stop it. We should put them on a diet. They're the biggest welfare recipient of the United States.
True.
And have been for many.
True. If Republicans hate welfare so much, stop giving it to Israel.
Many years, $310 billion has been received by Israel from the taxpayers of the United States. That's in inflation-adjusted dollars since we've been giving them money. And that's why I think this amendment is important, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves.
Even fucking get an Overwolf ad, an Israel IDF ad right when we're talking about cutting funding. I think AOC also proposed a bill. No, AOC's bill proposed Supreme Court justices can't get gifts from wealthy donors, which is psychotic that it's not illegal already.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Florida seek recognition?
Madam Chairman, I rise to claim time in opposition to the gentleman's amendment.
And is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. As chairman of this subcommittee since 2023, I'm proud to be a leader in this body in providing unwavering support to our friend and ally, Israel. Especially.
Man, you really do. You are like genuinely a traitor to your country. I think any Republican or Democrat that still supports Israel or that ever has to this extent is just a traitor to the country. They all need to be removed from office. Pretty much every single one of them.
Especially after the October 7th terrorist attack. The $3.3 billion in foreign
We didn't do this for any of our other allies in Europe whenever they've dealt with a terrorist attack.
military financing for Israel included in this bill supports our national security interests overseas. You see, the same terrorists and terrorist entities that threaten Israel also threaten the United States and our people directly. You see, when we give Israel the tools and capabilities to eliminate these terrorist threats and to protect their
Iran. They want to eliminate Iran.
homeland, by the way,
This is why. Oh my God, we'll get into Iran here in a second too.
including the many Americans who visit and live there, we are making America and the American people safer. The United States and Israel have worked together on successful military operations, like those in the past year to decimate Iran's nuclear program.
Yep. And guess what? If the U.S. keeps striking Iran, Iran tells Houthis to close Red Sea Gateway if U.S. hits power networks. Guys, I am not gonna fucking lie to you. This would fuck over everything. Like the Gaza Strip, or not the Gaza Strip, the Hormuz Strip being closed, that's bad. The Red Sea, significantly worse. We would be fucked. We would be completely fucked. Like there is literally nothing we could do. That would strangle the world's economy if both were closed off completely. Because hold on, let me get a map pulled up. Let me get a map pulled up.
Huh?
Because map of mid
Huh?
east. You guys know where the Red Sea is located, right? Boom.
Huh?
Red Sea right here. If the Red Sea was also cut off, so we have oil that comes out of here and goes around the world. Either goes towards China or goes through the Red Sea, through the Suez Canal. If this got shut off by the Houthis, all of this is fucked. All of this. This is a major port. Remember when the one ship was stuck in the Suez Canal? That was a huge issue. This would fuck the global economy. Like this would ruin the global economy. And it's all because of the Trump administration. When the fighting intensifies and spills over into Red Sea export infrastructure and shipping, it will threaten the only major alternative route for oil exports from the region. So we would basically we would be fucked.
And missile capabilities. And Israel is also using
This is all Israel's fault, by the way. Thank Israel for fucking over the global economy.
the overwhelming majority of this funding to actually purchase American-made weaponry. So it actually helps our defense industrial base and our
Sir, that's not how money works. You can't just invent money from money. Like, it still puts the U.S. into debt. Because we give them our money and then we buy back that money with our money.
economy. And we've worked together extensively on developing military capabilities and other capabilities. Because of these advancements for our mutual interest and for our mutual security, there is currently a discussion, frankly, of moving to a new security partnership with Israel after the fiscal year 2028. Now, just to be clear, the assistance in this bill for fiscal year 2027 is under the terms of the existing MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, which runs for 2 more fiscal years. This does not in any way
You mean the memorandum of understanding that no one's following, right?
prejudge the outcome of ongoing negotiations. This is about fulfilling our commitment to one of our closest and most important allies that we have in the entire world at a time when terrorists are butchering people around the world. And we made that commitment because it makes the American people, our country, stronger. So I urge defeat of the amendment, and I reserve the balance of my time.
We all knew this.
Yeah, dude. Like, absolutely cucking our country. Oh, man. The Republicans are... Every single Republican that would vote in favor of this...
The gentleman reserves.
What do you say?
That, oh, don't worry, all this money is going to the military-industrial complex. Well, I've got a problem with that. That's not a sustainable economy.
Nope.
Buying weapons
Not at
and
all.
letting people use them overseas on other people, particularly oftentimes innocent civilians. And I'm not compelled by the argument that our job is to be here and enrich the military-industrial complex, now called the Defense Industrial Base. With that, I would like to yield 2 minutes to my friend.
Calling out Pete Hegseth here. Hold on. Where's the fucking Pete Hegseth tweet? Here it is. The flyovers will continue until morale improves. Fucking doing flyovers. Flyovers of crowded areas. By the way, there are reasons why this doesn't happen. Because you're going to kill someone doing this. No, it is generally not safe to fly over beachgoers, and doing so violates strict aviation safety regulations. Flying low over crowded areas introduces severe risk, including mechanical failure, overcrowds, pilot distraction, dangerous rotor washer jet blasts. FAA via Gemini, whatever. Dude.
Friend and colleague, Mr. Castro from Texas.
The gentleman is recognized.
Madam Speaker, Israel does not need, and quite honestly, does not deserve, more American money for weapons. Prime Minister Netanyahu has taken Israel down an ugly path.
No! They've always been on an ugly path! No!
October 7th has become a justification for the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. Self-defense does not include indiscriminately bombing homes, hospitals, churches.
See, like, this is my issue with Democrats, right? I think this guy's a Dem, off the top of my head. I don't remember. I'm tired. Sorry, by the way, I'm not looking at my screen because I'm fidgeting. God, I need to take Ritalin. I am out of my ADHD meds. I gotta go refill, chat. Like, why are we still, like, posturing the fact that Israel ever could have been a good nation? It was designed to be a way to ethnically cleanse Muslim people.
Schools or refugee camps. There were even credible reports of children intentionally shot in the head and chest. For decades, our nation gave Israel billions to facilitate peace and a two-state solution. Instead, Israel has chosen more war and more occupation.
Yep.
Today, it occupies not only Gaza and the West Bank, but parts of Syria and Lebanon. If there are no consequences, why in the world would Benjamin Netanyahu change what he's doing? And words are not enough. Condemnations are not enough. If we hope to change Israel's behavior, we must use our leverage. The American people...
Which is literally bankrolling Israel. Like, Israel wouldn't be able to do any of this shit, by the way, without U.S. funding. If it was Gaza and Palestine was pushing on Israel because obviously they were introduced into that land unjustly, and the U.S. is like, no, we hate Muslims.
Have seen this tragedy with their own eyes. They have made their judgment. They do not support giving Israel more weapons. Do not reward a wrongdoer. Now it's up to us in this chamber to take action. I support this amendment, and I yield back.
I now recognize the gentleman from Kentucky.
Mayor inquires how much time I have remaining.
The gentleman has 1.5 minutes remaining.
I reserve.
The gentleman reserves. The gentleman from Florida is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I yield
I fucking hate this
to the
shit.
distinguished ranking member of the subcommittee, the gentleman from Florida, Ms. Frankel, for 1 minute.
The gentlewoman is recognized.
Is this live? No. But like this kind of shit is so fucking annoying, dude. Because it just like it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Where was the thing you wanted me to take a look at? Oh yeah, this. Malaysia vows to deport all Israelis found in country. I don't know if this is the solution, but if Malaysia doesn't recognize Israel as a country, every Israeli citizen found in the country will be deported immediately. Huh. Shared life. I mean, yeah. You go, man. Responding to reporters' question, Ibrahim made clear the government would not compromise on matters concerning national security and Malaysia's political position towards Israel. If it turns out that the claims are true, then we'll be deported immediately. All relevant authorities. Can we not? Ibrahim reiterated Malaysia does not allow Israeli citizens to reside in its territory because it does not recognize the state of Israel and has no diplomatic relations with it. Malaysia go woke here? I don't like Israel, but why are we taking it out on their citizens? Mizu. I'm going to be completely honest here. Most Israeli citizens are here, hold on. Israeli citizens. Israelis do not like Palestine at all. Israeli citizens on Palestine. 72% of Israelis support the plan to exile Palestinians. This is in 2014. Polling is at like 80% for wanting complete destruction of Gaza from Israelis. Yeah. Yeah, dude. This is why I say I genuinely dislike Israel or Israelis. 82% of Israelis support the transfer of residents of Gaza Strip to other countries. No less than 54% of Israeli respondents were very supportive. Yeah, that's fucking psychotic. It is absolutely psychotic that we support this country. Full of a bunch of genocidal fucking psychopaths. Yeah, and this is what happens when apartheid states are allowed to exist. Same shit happened in South Africa.